me stuck in my place. And I'll always complain, but won't want nothing to change. And I'll have time for my mind to rearrange. I just sing to myself, simpa beepa doodle dee doo. Take these things, move them around. I may notice, but I won't make a single sound. Day to day, walking this path. My biggest mistake is I don't question, I don't ask. Find some space to make a home. You can't go where someone's roam. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Find yourself every day. You'll become you in your own way. It's alright, it's alright, it's okay. Late at night, nobody's here. Play a song so softly I might just disappear. In the hallway, there's a stack of books. You wouldn't know because you never even looked. It takes someone to know themselves. Take the fire, put it on the shelf. It's alright, it's alright, it's okay. Every day can be brand new. You can locate yourself too. 'Cause I'm trying to find who I used to be. Who I used to be. Who a time. One day at a time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Questionable Company live stream trivia game. My name is Tim Edwards. I'm going to be your host this evening on this round of trivia. Let me get myself a little both smaller and bigger over here for you. Welcome. Glad you guys are here to play a round of trivia. Here's how the game is going to work. There is a link in the chat, a pinned link in the chat to a bunch of forms that you can use to, one, register your team, and two, turn in your answers. What you need to do is pick a captain, have that captain turn in their your team registration, and make sure that that captain is the one that turns in all the answers and uses the same email. That's how we sort everything out. So please make sure you do that. We've got a great game for you tonight. We've got good questions. We've got great questions. We have a sponsorship to talk to you about. We have an interview with Mackenzie Jones, who is a recent 8-time Jeopardy champion. We've got music from Zach Hutchings all night for you. He's a local artist. And by the way, local is Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we have teams from all over the country. We're super excited about that. And but we've got a little Tulsa flavor for you here. So that's what the game that's our plan tonight. We are glad you're here with us for another week of trivia. We'll be here Sunday through Thursday at 7. So if you want to play, feel free. We're also gathering subscribers to our Patreon, and our plan is to use all the subscribers to that and get them in a trivia league. So if you're interested, we'll have a trivia league where you can play against other teams in the Questionable Company live stream. We'll sort you by trivia ability, and then we will get you into groups. You'll compete against groups, and the top round will have a championship round that's proctored so that we don't have any cheating, because that's the goal, right? We don't want cheaters in the game. So give you guys another minute to get teams in. So far, when I last checked, we had like 28. Not too shabby. Let me see. Trying a new setup tonight on my end. We're up to 30. 30 teams. I love it. Oh, and I think this might be, we've got our first Tiger King reference in a team name. Honestly, it took you guys a while to get there. Pretty disappointed in you guys, quite honestly. Mackenzie is playing tonight, or she's in the chat at least. She does say 8-time Jeopardy champion, 0-time spelling bee champion, but they don't give away $200,000 for spelling bee champs. They do that for Jeopardy champs. So got a short interview with her, and I've got a longer interview too, and I'm gonna put that in a podcast and try and get those published this week. So if you like what you heard in our little 4 or 5 minute chat that I'm gonna play for you guys, then I think you'll really like the longer chat where we get into some more deeper stuff. So I think we are good to start. Let me first give you guys kind of the rundown of the rules. All right, here we go. First, everything you need to send in answers is in the document linked in the pinned chat comment from Questionable Company. All right, it's right there. Follow that link. There's team registration and answer sheets for every round. Remember, when you wager, you can only use each number once. I'll go into that in just a second, but you can only use each number once when you wager, so don't put 8 on everything, because you can only do each one once, okay? I'm going to read the questions twice. I'm going to show them all on one slide then, and give you guys some time to get your answers in. During that time, we'll do some other things and have some stuff going on to keep you entertained. There is a link to a score sheet in the document that you can watch. It is a mostly live score sheet, but it does lag a little bit. So just keep that in mind, that you might it might show zeros for you on a round, but it's probably because it hasn't updated yet or we haven't scored the round yet. So And we do updates, scoring updates at halftime, right before the final, and after the final. We'll have you out of here at by 8:30 with a winner announced. So if you do think that we scored one wrong, if you think you should get credit for one that it does not appear that you're getting credit for, then what you need to do is go into the chat and say that you think we're wrong. You think we got your score wrong. Tell us your team name, and we will work on getting that fixed. So just let us know, and we'll get you squared away on that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. 30 teams in the stream tonight. Let's go. Oh, maybe I should explain the rules real quick. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions here. 4 questions. Where's the 4 questions? And you get to wager based on how confident you are in your answer. You get to put a 2, a 4, a 6, and an 8 on these answers, but you can only use each number once. So put an 8 on the one you're most confident in, put a 2 on the one you're least confident in, put the 4 and 6 wherever you want. And if you get the answer right, you'll get the points that you wagered. If you get it wrong, you just get a 0. You don't lose points. Also, don't cheat. It's lame. Don't cheat. Please, please. Just don't cheat. It's not cool. All right, let's get started on this Sunday night. Here we go. Round 1, question 1. Last week, Bob Dylan released a new 17-minute song called Murder Most Foul that is about what 1963 event? Last week, Bob Dylan released a new 17-minute song called Murder Most Foul. That is about what 1963 event? Question number 2. The second largest lake located entirely in the United States is located in what state? The second largest lake that is entirely within the borders of the United States is located in what state? Question 3. At the Battle of Beaver Dams in 1813, Canadian forces repelled an invasion by an army from what country? At the Battle of Beaver Dams in 1813, Canadian forces repelled an invasion by an army from what country? And question number 4 of round 1. In 1971, Larry Clark released a famous and very controversial book about a photography book, mostly about homeless and drug-affected youth in what Oklahoma City? 1971, Larry Clark released a famous and very controversial book about homeless and drug-affected youth in what country? In what Oklahoma City? Jeez. All right, we're gonna get this squared away, and I'm gonna get my shit together here. So there's round 1. Those are your questions. I have faith in you guys, and I think you're gonna do well in this. So you know what? I'm only gonna give you 2 minutes to get your answers in. So get them in. Good luck. And the time has started. I'm going to play a little bit more of Zach Hutchings music. So enjoy this next tune.
People running all around. They can sing and dance, but they making no sound, and it's good. Or is it just me? I've been seeing funny things like fake love and flashy diamond
All right, your time is up. Your time is up on round number one. So get those answers in. I'll give you guys a little bit of grace. We got to have a time limit because, we don't want this game to go on forever. So we got to make sure you guys get answers in. And why is this being so difficult? Let me see if I get this out of here. If that makes it any better. Maybe. All right. Sorry, you guys got to hear me just chat with myself about this stuff. All right. So there's your round one. I hope everybody's in. And again, we're not going to be real strict on the time, but we will. Your answers come in with timestamps. So if it comes in too late, we will mark it 0. Also, make sure that you hit the live button on there so that you can make sure that you're up in time with us and at the right time. So we don't want you guys losing an answer because you're accidentally behind. It's also why we're going to make sure that we sorry, people talking to me, losing my train of thought. Anyway, that's one reason that we've got music, interviews, that kind of thing, is so that we can make sure that you guys know that the live stream is still going and hasn't frozen. So let's read the answers to round number one. Round number one. Last week, Bob Dylan released a new 17-minute song called Murder Most Foul that is about what 1963 event? That is the assassination of JFK. The assassination of JFK. Round one, question 2. The second largest lake located entirely in the United States is located in what state? That is the Great Salt Lake in Utah. Number 3, at the Battle of Beaver Dams in 1813, Canadian forces repelled an invasion by an army from what country? That is the United States. And in 1971, Larry Clark released a famous and very controversial book of photographs about homeless and drug-affected youth in what Oklahoma City? That is Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we are coming to you from right now. All right, our next round is the quick fire round, and here's how that round works, all right? I've got 3 questions around a theme. There's no wagering on this round. You just get 3 points for each correct answer. It's quick. It's easy. I'll give you guys 3 minutes just because we've got communication to worry about, methods, all that kind of stuff. So I'll give you guys 3 minutes on this one. Here is your round. Quick fire round. Fictional business owners. I'll give you the name of a fictional business and you tell me the name of the owners. All right. And I'll give another hint. These were all on television. Number 1, the Chum Bucket. Number 2, A1A Car Wash. And number 3, the Gem Saloon. The Chum Bucket, A1A Car Wash, and the Gem Saloon. Let me also remind you guys, we do play Jeopardy rules here. So correct spelling is not required. Don't worry, Mackenzie. And last names only are okay, generally. So don't worry too much about first names unless we tell you got to give the first name. So there you go. Here are your 3 minutes to work on this one. Good luck. right, guys, your time is up on the quick fire round. So get your answers in. It's time to get them in. Your answers, please, so that we can get this game moving. I think this is a little tougher as a quick fire round. These were honestly had a bit of a harder time finding fictional businesses that weren't either super easy or a little bit hard. And so these are a little hard perhaps, but I have faith in you guys that you did well on it. So let's look and see. Oh, we had some aces. We had some aces in the round. So that is good. By the way, make sure that you're using the correct answer sheet. We had a team turn in round 1 on the answer sheet for round 2. Not a big deal. We'll get you fixed, but it just makes it a little bit easier on the back end to make sure that you send in the correct answer sheet. So let's get going on the answers to round or your quick fire round. Fictional business owners. The fictional, I give you the business, you give me the owner. The Chum Bucket, that is from SpongeBob, and it is Plankton. Plankton is the owner of the Chum Bucket. Number 2, A1A Car Wash. That is Skylar and Walter White. If you just said Walter, that's fine. If you just said Skylar, that's fine. The Whites, that's fine. But that is from Breaking Bad. That's the car wash that they buy. Also, if anybody said Bogdan, you should get credit for that too, probably. I'll make sure that happens. But the answer is looking for the Whites. And the Gym Saloon is Al Swearingen from Deadwood. Al Swearingen from Deadwood. And some people will be like, well, that was a real place. Actually, I think it was the Gym Theater that the real Al Swearingen owned. It's the Gym Saloon in Deadwood if you want to get nerdy about it. And who doesn't want to do that, especially with as good a show of Deadwood as Deadwood. All right, your round 2 questions are just like... Actually, no, hold on a second. Before we do that, I believe we have a word from our sponsor. This week, we are sponsored by Trivial Warfare, and I am really excited about it. Trivial Warfare is a podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it to your home. And honestly, what a great time to have that option available to you with all the pubs closed. It's a great podcast to listen to. They are a 2-time winner of the People's Choice Podcast Award in Games and Hobbies category. And last year, all the hosts were also inducted into the Trivia Hall of Fame, which is a real thing and is a great honor. And let me also just say from a personal perspective how great the podcast is. Jonathan Oakes is the guy who runs Trivial Warfare, and he has worked really hard to develop a real community around the podcast. They have listeners on the show to compete. They also have listeners on the show contribute questions and sometimes host. And the Facebook community is tremendous. There are lots of questions on there. People put in question rounds. There's a lot of interacting and chat, and it's really great. And to me, Trivial Warfare was really an entree into the national trivia community. And if you aren't familiar with it, it's something that you can be a part of. It's easy. It's an accepting group, and I'll talk a lot about it, especially in some of the interviews that we've been doing this week. And all you got to do is ask to join the Trivial Warfare Army Facebook group, and you're in. It's meant a lot to us personally. I've made friends through the podcast that I would have never met without it, and our connection with the show has allowed Questionable Company to reach a real national audience, and that's because it's a very well done, entertaining podcast that is inclusive and a lot of fun, and I can't recommend enough. Trivial Warfare, find it on your favorite podcast app. It's on Spotify, it's on the Apple app, it's on Google Play, and any of the others that you would want to do. So go check out Trivial Warfare. We'll have more from them as the week goes on. But let's go on to round number 2. Round number 2, just like round number 1, you get a 2, a 4, a 6, and an 8 to wager, and you can only use each one once. So here we go. Make sure you're turning in on round 2. The team that turned in round 2 for round 1, that's fine. Just use round 2 again. You'll be fine. Here we go. Round 2, question 1. Chad Pennington and Chris Redman were 2 of the 6 quarterbacks drafted before what iconic NFL player quarterback. Chad Pennington and Chris Redman were two of the 6 quarterbacks drafted before what iconic NFL quarterback? Question 2. What European river cruise line shares its name with a certain group from Minnesota? What European river cruise line shares its name with a certain group from Minnesota? Question 3. My Buddy was an 80s doll marketed to boys, and there was a companion doll marketed to girls. Both dolls had a jingle that used the same catchy melody. What was the name of the female doll? My Buddy was an 80s doll marketed to boys, and there was a companion doll marketed to girls. Both dolls had a jingle that used the same catchy melody. What was the name of the female doll? Question 4. Ted Danson temporarily stepped back behind the bar in an attempt to set Kristen Bell on the right path. In what show that finished its run in 2020? Ted Danson temporarily stepped back behind the bar in an attempt to set Kristen Bell on the right path. In what show that finished its run in 2020? Those are your round 2 questions. I'll give you another 3 minutes, and we'll listen to a few more tunes. Good luck, everybody.
Just pick up the phone. Been calling all day. Where did you go? Finally travel away. Fall to the ground. Dance with all that surround you. Say what's on your mind. What's on your mind? If you hold it all in, you're bound to explode. Why hold it all in? Let it all out. Let it all out. Let it all out. Out of your mind. There's still to the night where secrets are safe. Come, you can let it all out. Promise I won't hate you. Rush to the skyline, rush to the moon, rush all in the night. Bound to explode, bound to explode, bound to explode. Out of control.
Your time, it's up for round number 2. So get those answers in. Get them in, and we will go on to the halftime round. Let me get some stuff queued up here. There we go. All right. I'll give you guys just a minute more to finalize some answers, get everything in. Loving the chat. We have not had a person, knock on wood, give away an answer in the chat in a while, maybe even since like the second day. and I can't tell you how excited I am about that. So let's get through these answers to round number 2. Question 1, Chad Pennington and Chris Redmond were 2 of the 6 NFL quarterbacks drafted before what iconic quarterback? That is Tom Brady. Tom Brady, little guy, I don't know if you've heard of him, tries real hard, does okay. What European river cruise line shares its name with a certain group from Minnesota? That is Viking Cruise Line. Viking Cruise Line. My Buddy was an 80s doll marketed to boys, and there was a companion doll marketed to girls. Both dolls had a jingle that used the same catchy melody. What was the name of the female doll? That was Kid Sister. Kid Sister. Let's see if I can get this to work. You want to hear it? Let's see. Come on, PowerPoint. Don't fail me now. Here we go. Here's the catchy tune. It'll be stuck in your head all day.
My Buddy and Kid Sister, each sold separately from Play School.
So there you go. That's the song. It will be stuck in your head all night. I make no apologies for what I've done. Okay. Ted Danson temporarily stuck behind the bar in an attempt to set Kristen Bell on the right path on what show that finished its run in 2020. That is The Good Place. The Good Place. Stuart is saying that was my best friend. It was not just my best friend. It was my only friend. All right. We're going to do the halftime round, and tonight's halftime round is going to be fun. Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. All right. I will play you 4 short audio clips. Each clip consists of 2 songs that have been artfully mashed together. You need to tell me the artists who recorded the original 2 songs that are being mashed up. Generally, it's the instrumental is one artist. The lyrics, the vocals are the other artist, and you got to figure out who is who. Okay, I've got them queued up to go back to back to back. I'll play them three times, and then I'll play my interview with Mackenzie. That's like 4 or 5 minutes that you guys can use to work on that. But I'm going to play them 3 times and no more. So don't ask, won't do it. Okay. Also, if you know the name of the song here, that's great. Good for you. I don't care. Just give me the names of the bands, the 2 bands on each. And the way the scoring works is if you get one right, you will get 1 point. If you get both bands right, you'll get 3 points. That's the way it works. Okay. So let's see. Do I need to go to the next slide? All right, here they are. Here are the clips. Good luck, everybody.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you.
All right, that was number 1. Number 2.
You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are isn't.
Number 3.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you've seen will slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my birth.
trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby.
All right, guys, I'm going to play them 2 more times, and I'll also make sure that you have stuff. Now, part of the reason I'm doing this is to see if Facebook tags any of these songs, if the mashups slips past Facebook's banning thing. I'm guessing it won't, but I'm going to give it a shot. If all of a sudden it goes mute, well, let me know in the chat. We'll figure something out. So here we go. Here's number 1.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you.
All right, number 2.
You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are isn't.
All right, number 3.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you've seen will slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my blood.
And number 4.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby.
All right, I'll do them 1 more time, and then I'll play the interview with Mackenzie.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you.
Number 2. Last time you'll hear him.
You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need makeup to cover up. Being the way that you are isn't.
Number 3.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you've seen will slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my blood.
And number 4.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby.
All right. Those are your musical mashups. Tell me the two groups that are mashed up in there, and you will get your points. Now, I've got an interview with Mackenzie. Mackenzie Jones is an recent 8-time $200,000 Jeopardy winner. She also happens to be a friend of mine, and I was really excited about her run. You know, you have a friend that goes out and plays Jeopardy, and you think they're going to do well, but I don't expect anybody to win $200,000. She did great. It was an amazing run, and I think she's got a lot of fans out there. This is a short version of about a 30-minute interview that we had. And in the longer one, we get into kind of the internet reaction to her and going the good stuff and the bad stuff, and also how she kind of got ready for the game. This is a little bit more about the game itself and what kind of her strategy, why she wagered the way she did, and that kind of thing. So I'm also going to put a timer on the screen. Whichever goes longer, that'll be what controls. But generally, just watch the timer and get those answers in. When we come back, we'll have a score check, and then we'll go into the second half. Hey, everybody. I'm here with Jeopardy champion Mackenzie Jones. How you doing, Mackenzie?
I'm good. I'm locked in my house, but other than that, I'm really good.
Yeah. Outstanding. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about your trivia life and how it led up to really any trivia player's crowning achievement. You just came off of a big run on Jeopardy.
Yeah, I won 8 games and a little over $200,000.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, it felt real good.
For what, 2 days work making that? I mean, that's like, congratulations to you on that. Well, and then let's talk about when you went on. You fly out to California or drive out. Did you drive? You drove it on one of the trips, right?
Yeah, I drove since my mom lives in San Diego. I just went and hung out with her for a little bit and then drove up. So
okay, and they usually tape for 2 days a week. They tape a week of shows in one day, and you were there on a Monday and Tuesday.
Yes. No, I was there on a Tuesday, Wednesday, but just because it was right after Thanksgiving. So they gave
gotcha.
the day off. But yeah, I was there on Tuesday, and I watched all day, all 5 games, and got bumped, which at first I was really frustrated about because I felt like I had sort of got my energy together and I felt like I was doing well in rehearsal. And then I was just sort of disappointed because I also felt like I was getting like so nervous that if I had to wait any longer, I would just pass out or stand there or something. But it ended up being a huge advantage because I got an extra day of rehearsal. I got to watch the person that I would play against play. So I sort of knew his style. And I just got to sort of feel very comfortable. And then I shot the first game on our Wednesday, and then obviously the rest of the day I was there too.
Yeah. So that first game, you made a huge daily double wager.
Yeah.
How much?
So I had 13,800, I think, and I put 13,000 up. And it was in art scenes was the category or something. I studied art history at Berkeley, and I was like, damn, like my parents worked so hard for me to go to college. If I don't get anything from that degree, they're gonna be mad. So I was like, we'll risk it. But I remember in the briefing, they were like, maybe leave yourself a little something in case things go bad or in case you get too excited and you mess up a daily double. So I left myself little $800 cushion and really, I don't know, told myself in my brain I could make up for it, which I think didn't make any sense. But I was just sort of like, this is my go big or go home moment.
Yeah.
And I think since I had watched the whole day before, I was like, I am not smarter than any of these people. Not that I'm not as smart, but like, I don't think that anyone here is like a genius or like at the skill level of like a Ken or a James or someone. I think so much of this game is like finding where you can take an advantage and taking it. And I was like, this is my place for that. Like, I want to just end this game either way right now. Either like screw myself out of it entirely or just like lock it down right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that.
Because that, if I remember right, was it pretty late in the game?
Yeah, there were like 4 clues on the board. Again, it didn't make sense, but I thought I could come back from it
Yeah.
if I lost it.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's so hard when you're there, because part of it, I feel like, and I imagine this was true for you when I was on, like you're nervous, but to me that nervous energy was helpful. Kind of,
yeah.
you know, you kind of need to be on edge to be
Right. Well,
good.
and I noticed that when I was watching them back, where I was like, I don't remember saying that. Like,
Right.
if you cold ask me some of those questions that I got now, I'd be like, I still, again, don't know what botulism is, but I somehow knew it like on the show, and I don't remember saying it, but there's a video of me saying it, so I know I did.
Yeah. It's
but
like
I
if
think
you had another second to think about that answer, you'd overthink it instantly and it'd be gone and you wouldn't get it right. But you don't have time to overthink those.
Right. And I could like see it in my face. I would say something and then sort of cringe, like being like, oh, that can't be right. And then it was right. But I think like that nervousness sort of puts you, if you can harness it correctly, like puts you right at the right place to just be sort of like going with your instinct. And it's like, if you get on Jeopardy, you sort of know what's up. Like, you're a smart person. They're not going to put people on there to fail. Like, that crew knows what they're doing, and they want it to be like a fun show for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. And thinking about that really helped me, that I remember being in my audition and there were a ton of smart people. And I remember thinking, the fact that I'm here right now makes me know that they saw something in me and they felt like I could be competitive, and I need to like trust myself and go.
All right, that's a snippet of our interview with Mackenzie. You've got about 5 seconds to get those answers in, so make sure that you do. Hold on a second. Let me make sure that I can accurately tell you. Your time is up. Get those halftime answers in. I love those musical mashups. I will put I pulled those all off of YouTube and made some snippets. So I will put the artists who put those together on the Facebook page for anybody who's interested, and then we'll see if we get around the Facebook militia. All right. Still waiting on those answers to come in. I think we're pretty close. You know, it's funny. You have 2 people kind of grading, me and Cheyenne, my business partner, grading. He's tough on some. I'm tough on the others. I think in general we're pretty nice grading-ish. But you know, you got to make decisions, hard decisions for a trivia person. Let's read the answers to the halftime, and I'll play the songs again and tell you what the answers are. So here is number 1, one last time, and I'll give you the answer.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you.
All right, that is Dua Lipa and Jimmy Eat World. Dua Lipa and Jimmy Eat World. And let me see. I think I might have just screwed something up. Let me see if I can fix it. I might not be able to. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. So that I don't have to play the entire clip. Actually, screw it. We're just going to go through this one more time. I forgot I can't pause it on the soundboard the way I got it queued up. So I'll just give you the answers quick after this one. But this is Dua Lipa and Jimmy Eat World. The Dua Lipa song is Don't Start Now, and the Jimmy Eat World song is The Middle. And then I'll turn it back up so you guys can hear the second one. All right, here we go. Here's song number 2. That is My Chemical Romance and One Direction. My Chemical Romance, Helena, and One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful. Harry Styles was in One Direction, but is not the correct answer. Here's number 3.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play?
That is Oasis and 21 Pilots. Oasis with Don't Look Back in Anger, and 21 Pilots was Stressed Out. An anthem for 2020 if I've ever heard one. And here's number 4.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long.
That is Smashing Pumpkins and The Weeknd. Smashing Pumpkins with Tonight Tonight, and The Weeknd with Blinding Lights. I love that Weeknd song. It's real 80s synth stuff. It's pretty good. I'm anxious to hear the rest of the album and see if it's just like it, because if it is, I'm going to love it. All right, those were the musical mashups. Hope you guys enjoyed them. And let's see, did I make a slide of the places that I got those? Oh, I forgot to put up Mackenzie's picture. There she is with her 8-day total. She added either 1,000 or 2,000 onto that total. And she will be in the Tournament of Champions next time, whenever they call that. I know she's studying, and I keep bothering her to help her study just to play trivia with her, but we haven't heard anything, and now we're in the lockdown, so it's probably not going to happen. But, whoops. All right, so round, the halftime round, number 1, the Dua Lipa Jimmy Eat World was from Beaver's Mashups. These are all on YouTube. My Chemical Romance and One Direction were expanders. Oasis and 21 Pilots was Comrade Meep. And Smashing Pumpkins in The Weeknd was on pause. And again, you can go to, I'll put those on the Facebook page so you can check them out. So I love doing those things. Got some stuff. Figuring out scores, but I'm going to go ahead and read them. We'll get the scores figured out for Holly, you, and Carrie. We'll get your scores figured out, but I'm going to go ahead and read the standings. We have 17 points. Christian Leaders in Training, 18 points in last place, but you're not in last place. 30 points. Testament to Man's Gluttony, 33 points. 2 teams, the Avengers and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. 35 points, Nevermore. Also 35 points, Governor Quiz Tie. I just got that one. Governor Quiz Tie, or Quiz Tea. 38 points, The Parents from The Shining. Yikes. 39 points, Baby Town Frolics. 41 points, 2 teams, Arkansas Taco and Elderly Man Just Learning Internet. That's a lie, Russ Friedewald. You might be elderly, but you know the internet. 2 teams at 42 points, Lit Liberally and Great Minds Drink Alike. 44 points, The Creekers. 43 points, Butt Crack Biscuits. 46 points, Scuttle the Toaster. 47 points, Joe Melodic. 2 teams tied for 10th at 48 points, Trivia Newton John and Amy Acton 2020. 51 points, 9th place, Hermione and Beyonce are both Virgos. 2 teams tied for 7th at 57 points between Does Trivia Count as Distance Learning and No Better Social Distancing Than the Atlantic Ocean. 53 points, COVID Free Since 83. Congrats. I hope you keep your streak up. 2 teams tied for 4th at 56 points, CSR and TNC's Big Cat Rescue. 57 points, 3rd place, The Sinister Six, famous trivia team. 58 points in second place, Tiger King 2, Doc Ansel's Ambush. And in 61 points, Crayon Ponyfish. Those are your standings. I know we got some score adjustments to make. We'll get those done and either tell you that either you're wrong or we're wrong. I always love telling you which one is which. No, really, I really like telling you that you're wrong and that we got it right. So, but anyway, there we go. The next round is round 3. Round 3 is just like round 1 and 2, but you get more points to wager. You get a 3, a 5, a 7, and a 9 to wager this round instead of 2, 4, 6, 8. So you're wagering 3, 5, 7, 9 instead of 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's get on with round number 3. Here we go. Schlemiel, an inept, clumsy person, and Schlemizel, a chronically unlucky person, are both mentioned in the theme song to what sitcom? Schlemiel and Schlemizel, Schlemiel, an inept, clumsy person, Schlemizel, a chronically unlucky person, are both mentioned in the theme song to what sitcom? Question 2. Blaze Pizza, Uninterrupted, and Spring Hill Entertainment can all call what Akron, Ohio native as an owner? Blaze Pizza, Uninterrupted, and Spring Hill Entertainment can all call what Akron, Ohio native as an owner? Question 3. What element in the halogen group is the lightest when measured by atomic weight? This one is especially for Ben from Trivial Warfare. What element in the halogen group is the lightest by atomic weight? And question 4, Brian Johnson replaced what person as the singer of AC/DC in 1980? Brian Johnson replaced what person as the singer of AC/DC in 1980? There are your round 3 questions. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to get them in. So good luck on this. You know what? I'm going to give you 4:30 just because the 30 is being stubborn for me. So good luck. Get your answers in. Play a little bit more music from Zach Hutchings, who you can find on YouTube. So just look him up on YouTube, and also put a link to his stuff on the Facebook page. By the way, this song is called Imagine No Virus. Uh-oh, I don't want that one to get muted. So I'll play this next one called Sunset California.
Dreaming of a sunset California, where the mornings are so brutal and cold. Got to know where you are in California. Have to go before you get too old. Margaritas and the taste of the wind. Hit some parties and regroup with our friends. Hit a wave, give a kiss, toss your coin and make your wish. California, here I come. 'Cause you know it's nothing new. Go wake up tomorrow, the sunrise, and see that everything's alright. When time is on my side. You'll be there tomorrow in Cali, and I'll be there by tomorrow night. wanna scream out loud when I hear that beautiful sound. I'm dreaming of a sunset, California, where the mornings are so brutal and cold. Just to know where you are in California, have to go before you, have to go before you, have to go before you get too old.
Time is up. Get those answers in for round number 3. By the way, let me tell you guys, I always like to tell you where everybody is playing from, and we got another national audience tonight. I love it so much. I love our hometown teams, but I also love getting teams from all over. And once again, we are international tonight. We've got Scotland and England and Chicago on one team. We got Boston. We've got a team that's from North Carolina, West Virginia, New Jersey, and Missouri. We've got another Massachusetts. We've got a couple Tulsa, some Wisconsin, Illinois, Columbus, Ohio. The Columbus, Ohio. I hope you guys, I asked a question. Nope, that was on a podcast. Never mind, not on here. Bentonville, Arkansas. Denver, Colorado. Key West, Florida. Worst place. There are probably worse places to be quarantined than Key West. Delray Beach, Florida. Westchester, Pennsylvania. Framingham, Toledo. And L.A. or Louisiana. L.A., I'm not sure. St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm happy you all are here. I hope that you are safe where you are at home, that you're staying inside and not doing much, and are enjoying some trivia tonight. All right, I'm going to assume that everybody's in for round number 3. Here are your answers to round 3. Schlemiel, an inept, clumsy person, and Schlemizel, a chronically unlucky person, are both mentioned in the theme song to what sitcom? That is Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley. Blaze Pizza Uninterrupted and Spring Hill Entertainment can call what Akron, Ohio native is an owner? That is LeBron James. LeBron James. Number 3, what element in the halogen group is the lightest when measured by atomic weight? That is fluorine. Fluorine. And Brian Johnson replaced what person as a singer of AC/DC in 1980? That is Bon Scott. Bon Scott. I hope somebody keeps hitting the angry button whenever I say halogen, because that would be tremendous. Okay, so those are your round 3 answers. Next up is our theme round. The theme round is just like the quick fire. I've got 3 questions around a theme, and you get 6 points for each correct answer. You don't have to worry about wagers or anything like that. Today's theme is Nevada. Nevada is your theme here. I've got 3 questions about Nevada. Within 2 years, what year was Nevada admitted to the Union? Within 2 years, what year was Nevada admitted to the Union? Number 2, what man, a miner, is most closely associated with the discovery that gave Nevada its state nickname? And number 3, and actually, for purposes of this round, Nevada kind of has 2 nicknames, I believe. Anyway, and number 3, what is the more commonly known name of the Air Force facility known formally as Homey Airport or Groom Lake? What is the more commonly known name of the Air Force facility known formally as Homey Airport or Groom Lake? Those are your theme rounds about the lovely state of Nevada. We have no competitors in Nevada at the moment, but anyway, I'm going to give you guys 4 minutes on this one. Good luck.
Miles in the Gulf Strait, here in the south wind moan. bridge is getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. Old man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain of a punch train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane come around every June. Oh, Blackwater, the devil's daughter. She's dark, she's cold, she's mean. Nobody taught her to take a lot of water just to wash away in New Orleans. Man came from Chicago, gonna sit there and let me right. He said, it's gotta be at least 3 feet high, or I won't make it through the night. The old man down in the corner says, don't listen to that boy. Wanna be gone by the morning, he'll be back to Illinois. But I was born in the rain on the punch train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane, it come around every June. And oh, Blackwater, the devil's daughter, she's dark, she's cold, she's mean. But nobody taught her that it take a lot of water just to wash away New Orleans. But I'm out the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. The bridge is getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. The old man down in the corner, he slowly turns his head, takes a whiff from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. That I was born in the rain of the punch train.
All right, you guys, time is up. Get those answers in to the theme round. All about the great state of Nevada. Bibek Gurung refuses to believe that anybody knows this much about Nevada, but I promise you, teams will. Teams will. It is just the way it is. Yeah, I see some aces already, and I see some whiffs. More aces than whiffs, though. All right, let's get those answers in. Here are your answers to your theme round about Nevada. Number one, within 2 years, what year was Nevada admitted to the Union? It is known as the Battle-Born State because it was admitted during the Civil War. So basically, it was 1864. So anything from 1862 to 1866 would get you there. But it was the Battle-Born State. So if you knew that, you had a range there. All right, now number two, what man, a miner, It is most closely associated with the discovery that gave Nevada its state nickname. It is also called the Silver State because of the Comstock lode. The Comstock lode, Henry Comstock, is the correct answer. It was a gigantic silver discovery. And what is a more commonly known name of the Air Force facility known formally as Homey Airport or Groom Lake? That is Area 51. Area 51. And hey, we never had coronavirus until those people decided they were going to storm Area 51. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but it's true. It's true. Okay. Let's get ready for round number 4. Round number 4. Here we go. And on this first one, I've got a trigger warning for you. The next picture is a still image that is right before a famous gory movie scene. Maybe the first gory movie scene. Just FYI, I'm warning you. Here we go. This is a famous still from what movie? A surrealist horror movie by Louis Buñuel and Salvador Dali. What's the name of the movie? This is a famous still from a horror movie by surrealist director Louis Buñuel and Salvador Dali. What is the name of the movie? What is the name of the movie? Question 2. Henry Knox was the first, and Kenneth Royal in 1947 was the last person to hold what cabinet position? Henry Knox was the first, and Kenneth Royal the last to hold what cabinet position? Question 3. What director began his career in music videos, directing Madonna's Vogue video and George Michael's Freedom 90 video, amongst many others, and had his feature debut directing Aliens 3? Or Aliens Cubed. He has since been nominated for 2 directing Oscars. What director began his career in music videos, directing Madonna's Vogue video and George Michael's Freedom 90 video, amongst many others, and had his feature directing debut with Aliens 3 or Aliens Cubed? It's both ways. He has since been nominated for 2 directing Oscars. And number 4. Samuel Barber is a composer of what classical work that was used in Platoon, The Elephant Man, and over 50 other films and TV shows? It was also featured in the funerals for Albert Einstein, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and JFK. The musical term in its title comes from the Italian for at ease. Those are your questions. Here they all are. I'll give you guys another 4.5 minutes to get these in. We'll do a score check. We'll go to the final. All right, folks, your time is up on round 4. Get those answers in. Get them in. It is time for your answers on round number 4. So I don't know if Brent really needed to see that picture again or just wanted to make Cheyenne freak out, because Cheyenne hates that. But I put it back up because I don't know. All right, let's get them in. Now is the time. I'm about to read the answers. By the way, we have a special guest in the studio. Jack, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hi. Come on, speak loud. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, there we go. That's son number 2, Jack Edwards, hanging out in the studio with us. All right, let's do answers to round number 4. This is a famous still from the movie, what movie? A Surrealist Horror by Louis Buñuel and, one sec. Louis Buñuel and Salvador Dali. What is it called? It's called Un Chien Andalou. Un Chien Andalou. We also took Le Chien Andalou. Also, if you said the English version, the Andalusian dog, I'll give that to you also. Famous, it's really not a movie. It's more of a collection of scenes, real kind of disturbing, weird stuff. And that was, if you take a film class in college, they show that scene that the still was from, because they did an edit where they sliced like a goat eye or something. It was all and freaked people out, understandably. Number 2, Henry Knox was the first, and Kenneth Royal in 1947 was the last to hold what cabinet position? That is Secretary of War. Secretary of War. In 47, they converted it to the Secretary of Defense. Number 3, what director began his career in music videos, directing Madonna's Vogue video and George Michael's Freedom 90 video, amongst many others? He had his first feature directing debut, that might be redundant, with Aliens 3. He's since been nominated for 2 directing Oscars. That is David Fincher. And number 4, Samuel Barber is the composer of what classical work used in Platoon, Elephant Man, 50 other films and TV shows. It was also featured in the funerals for Albert Einstein, FDR, and JFK. The musical term, the title comes from the Italian for at ease. That is Adagio for Strings. Adagio for Strings is the name of that song. All right, we're going to get these scores finalized. When Cheyenne tells me that he thinks they're good, we'll give it a second to reload your score sheet, and you can make sure that we're good. Now, in this final, you need to keep in mind that you got to wager between 0 and 30 points, okay? You're wagering between 0 and 30 points in the final, and you have a chance to lose those points on the final. You have a chance to lose points on the final. You also have a chance to gain them, but you're wagering between 0 and 30. So we'll get these scores finalized. And then also, right at when we're done with the final, while we're waiting for those scores to come in, I'm going to go to Scott Barber with the Sinister Six for a post-game press conference. We'll have a little chat with him. He is in West Virginia, and that will be a good time. And I want to do some stuff to get you guys more involved in this. We finally figured out how to get people in to video chat into the live stream. We're going to play around with that some, so you guys don't have to just look at my mug. You can look at some others every now and then. I know that's what everybody needs. So I think we are good to read these scores. I'm gonna say the scores. If you think we got you wrong, let me know, and we will get it fixed before we go to the final. But here we go. And I believe, let's see. Let me check something just real quick. I just want to make sure. Testament to Man's Gluttony, a team of Ian's friends. Shout out to those guys. They have 39 points, 41 points. Elderly Man, Just Learning Internet, 43 points in last place. 47 points, Nevermore. For 52 points, Butt Crack Biscuits. 58 points, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. 60 points, Christian Leaders in Training. 69 points, The Parents from The Shining. 72 points, Lit Liberally. 74 points, Arkansas Tacos. 78 points, Governor Quizty. 81 points, Great Minds Drink Alike. 82 points, two teams, Babytown Frolics and the Creekers. 83 points, The Avengers. 91 points, Joe Melodic and Amy Acton 2020. 11 in 11th place with 103 points, Scuttle the Toaster. 10th place, 104 points, COVID Free since 83. 108 points, 9th place, Trivia Newton John. 8th place, 109 points, Tiger King 2, Doc Ansell's Ambush. 7th place, 112 points, No Better Social Distancing Than the Atlantic Ocean. 6th place, 113 points, TNC's Big Cat Rescue. 5th place, 114 points, Hermione and Beyonce Are Both Virgos. 4th place, 118 points, Does Trivia Count as Distance Learning? 3rd place, 119 points, CSR. 2nd place, 125 points, Sinister Six. And 1st place, 127 points, Crayon Ponyfish. Let's make sure we are good to go with the scores. All right. All right. Carrie Race, what on the Creekers? Question 1. I'm guessing you mean round 4. Let me double check that. Hang on a second. Here we go. Let me make sure we got the right scores here. Hey Jack, can you tell the green and fuzzy joke? No, okay. Making sure we get these scores finalized and in the right place. Okay, we are good now. Carrie, you got points. You said Lushy and Andalou. We gave you points for that. So, folks, here's how the final works. I've got 3 questions that have a total of, tonight, they have a total of 11 answers among them. I'm not going to tell you how many answers go to each question. That's for you to figure out. The team that gets the most correct on this list of 11 answers will get the points they wager. Every other team loses the points they wager. So, for example, one team gets 9 out of 11 correct. No team gets more than 8. No other team gets more than 8. The team that got 9 gets the points that they wagered. All the other teams lose their points. Okay, so if multiple teams set the bar, if multiple teams in that scenario get 9, all the teams that got 9 will get the points they wager. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you guys about 5-6 minutes on this one. And one more thing. The answer sheet that you send in has 15 slots. It's only going to take 11 though. So don't put 15 answers, only put 11. It's only going to take 11. So just make sure it's a generic form. So fill in your 11 answers. Here we go. Good luck with this one. Here we go. Question 1. Name all the geographical locations that are currently or have been associated in the past with the current NBA team called the Kings. Name all the geographical locations that are currently or have in the past been associated with the NBA team called the Kings. Number 2, name all of the James Patterson series books that have 10 or more books in them. James Patterson, famous novelist, has several different series. Name all of them that have had 10 or more books in the series. Number 3, name all the 2-word alliteratively named original members of the Justice League. Name all of the 2-word alliteratively named original members of the Justice League. I will start your timer. I'm going to give you 6:30. Good luck. I've got a song for you guys. All of them that have had 10 or more excellent series. Name all the two-word alliteratively named original.
Falling all to pieces, but the rain is falling down on my face. The thoughts we think that we don't have a say. We run, we hide until it's too late, and we break down. What are we to say when the words we always needed, they never seem to come? Always leaving us defeated. It hurts and it burns, and we bleed and we breathe till we break down, till we break down. Stop and take a look around. All the answers can be found with timing. Stop and take a look around. All the answers can be found with timing. Falling all to pieces, but the rain is falling down on my face. The thoughts we think that we don't ever say. We run, we hide until it's too late, till we break down. What are we to say when the words we always needed, they never seem to come? Always leaving us defeated. It hurts and it burns, and we bleed and we breathe till we break down. Looking back on times we wanted places that we were. We knew we couldn't stay for long, but we stayed where we were till we fill all the void with people and noise that we don't need. Giving others credit as we find we often do. We overlook the people near and need more help than we knew. We stop and we reach and we try, but they look away. but instead we hold it in. We could spin it all, running through. We could wasting all this time like we do. We could spin it all, running through. We could wasting all this time like we do. We could spin it all, running through.
All right, guys, your time is up. Time to get those answers in. We're going to go to a post-game news conference here. Scott Barber, you are the coach and the best player on Sinister Six, calling in from Charleston, West Virginia. Scott, tell me a little bit. How do you think your team did today?
Well, first off, let me just kill that bit of fake news right there about me being the best player, because I often say I'm the seventh best player on the Sinister Six. I'm lucky.
Scott,
I'm
we've got no time
with-
for your false humility. Go ahead, please tell me how did your team do?
We did okay. We didn't leave any points on the table. I can tell you that much.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's an important part of it, right? Is making sure that you capitalize on the ones you know and not leave any points on the table. Were there any close ones today?
100%. Yeah, we had a couple that we changed at the last second. Fortunately for us, we came to the point where we flipped them to the right answers, and after a little bit of debate, so we had a little bit of good luck with that. So,
That's always good, because you don't want to be the guy that makes your team change a correct answer to the wrong one, right?
Oh yeah, I don't know how I'd sleep tonight if I did
Right,
that,
but
so.
you know what? Also, sometimes you do want to do is be the guy that whispered the right answer and nobody heard. But then when your team gets it wrong and you whispered the right answer, you're like, "I told you guys."
Oh, that's one of the rules on our team, is if you don't fight for your answer, you can't complain about it later.
There
So,
you go. Is that
100% against the rules?
Is that rule named after anyone on the team? You don't have to mention names.
No, just rule number 4. That's all it is.
Oh, gotcha. I can't wait. Someday I'm going to get the rest of the rules. And let me remind everybody out there: get your answers in. We need to have those answers in by now, and I'll read the final answers here when I'm off the phone with Scott. But Scott, you're playing from West Virginia, yeah?
Yeah, West Virginia. Yeah.
And what do you do
Born
in
and bred.
What do you do in West Virginia?
I'm an accountant with the Department of Treasury, so I've been busy all weekend with this coronavirus bill.
Oh, nice.
I've been reading it and marking it up and getting some money to different agencies across the country, and it's been a fun weekend. I'm actually in my home office now, where we're quarantined at, and it's been an interesting weekend, to say the least.
I can imagine. Do you have anything to do with whose signature appears on the check?
No. As long as the check doesn't bounce, I think that's all that anybody really cares about.
Right. Well, Scott, thanks for bringing your team in today, and good luck. And I don't care what you say, you're the best player on that team. So,
all
right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, those other guys talk a lot, but I know you can back it up. So, Scott, good luck.
Well,
I hope your quarantine at work goes well, and you can send that check directly to me at this address. All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, depending on how you score us in this last round, it depends on the size of the check. No
Okay, well,
pressure.
listen. I'll call you after. I have your number now, and listen. I can be bought. Okay, I can be bought.
All right,
I don't
that's
care.
what I like to hear.
I don't care if you're embezzling money from the federal government. Like, I'll take it. However it gets to me, I'll take it, and I'll give you answers.
Yeah,
I got nothing else to sell, bro.
Don't say it too loud over the internet. There are bots out there capturing this messages we say. So.
I'm sure. All right. We weren't
thanks
serious.
for everything you do. We love the game. It's a great game. Thanks for putting it on. We really appreciate it.
Sure thing, man. Glad to have you.
Awesome. Thanks,
All right.
man.
Bye. All right, guys. Let me see if we are ready to go with the final answers. One sec. Had a answer that we needed to accept. And let me see. Let me check these scores. Let's see if we're ready. We have a, all right. Cheyenne says we are ready. And he's going to hit here in a second to publish the scores so you guys can see them. But let me make sure. Let me just run through. All right. It looks to me like we are good. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Here is the breakdown of your final scores. And actually, no. First, I'm going to read the final answers. Final answers. All the geographical locations that are currently or have been in the past associated with the Kings. They are Sacramento, Rochester, Omaha, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. I believe when they're at Omaha and Kansas City, they split time between the two cities. So Sacramento, Rochester, Omaha, Kansas City, Cincinnati. James Patterson series with 10 more books. They are Alex Cross, Michael Bennett, Women's Murder Club, and Private. All the two-word alliteratively named original members of the Justice League. They're Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter, and we also accepted John Johns because that is Martian Manhunter's alter ego, and it fit the theme. So here, let me make sure. Sort and all right, we are good. Let's see. 39 points, Testament to Man's Gluttony. 41 points, Elderly Man, Just Learning Internet. 42 points, Lit Liberally. 43 points, In Last Place. 46 points, Nevermore. 48 points, Governor Quizty. 49 points, The Parents from The Shining. 52 points, Butt Crack Biscuits. 58 points, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. 60 points, Christian Leaders in Training. 74 points, Arkansas Taco. 81 points, Great Minds Drink Alike. 82 points, Babytown Frolics. 83 points, The Avengers. 84 points, Hermione and Beyonce are both Virgos. 87 points, The Creakers. 88 points, a tie. Trivia, Newton-John, and Does Trivia Count as Distance Learning? A tie for 9th place at 91 points between Amy Acton 2020 and Joe Melodic. 8th place, 98 points, Scuttle the Toaster. 7th place, 104 points, COVID Free since 83. 6th place, 109 points, Tiger King 2, Doc Ansel's Ambush. 5th place, 112 points, No Better Social Distance Than the Atlantic Ocean. 4th place, 113, TNC's Big Cat Rescue. 119 points, 3rd place, CSR. Your second place team with 127 points, Crayon Ponyfish. Your winners with a whopping 155 points, the Sinister Six. The Sinister Six, they are your winners tonight. So congratulations to you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same place. Good luck. I will see you then. Take it easy, guys.